one of the most lasting impressions, obviously, of Jimmy Carter's presidency was a 1979 Iran hostage situation where 50 Americans were held captive in Tehran by Iranian revolutionary forces. That played a huge role. People also forget that was the attempted rescue that also failed. And for so long, many people speculated that Ronald Reagan's folks played a role in this, and a lot of people denied it. But Craig Unger has a book called Den of Spies, Reagan, Carter, and the Secret History of the Treason that Stole the White House. He details in that book exactly what took place. This was a lot of years of reporting on this particular book, and it lays out very clearly how the Reagan team did all they could to stop those hostages from coming home. And if you remember, moments after Reagan was sworn in as president, the hostages were released. First and foremost, Craig, you've been very critical on social media on how so many of these mainstream media folks who have been doing these retrospectives on the Carter presidency just refuse to talk about this reality of what Reagan and his people did.
Well, first, thanks for having me, Roland. But yes, you're absolutely right. I think it's a terrible disservice to Jimmy Carter's legacy not to recognize what really happened. To most Americans, he went out not having brought home the hostages, and his presidency was seen as sort of a weakling who allowed America to be humiliated by Iran. In fact, something very, very different was taking place. And in a lot of ways, I see it as a prequel to the Trump era. And what the Republicans were really doing was they were they were involved in a treasonous covert operation with Iran.